Stan Gibilisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1, Good Vibrations. Here to describe for you the effect of a transmatch on your standing wave ratio. Standing wave ratio being of importance on a feed line or transmission line. Here is your shack. Here you are with your radio. Suppose you put a transmatch, TM, somewhere along this transmission line, and you tune this transmatch so that the SWR on this section of transmission line is 1-to-1, and you get a perfect match for your radio. But suppose that the antenna is by no means matched to the transmission line. This transmatch right here has no effect whatsoever on the standing wave ratio here on the red part of the transmission line. This might be, for example, 75 ohm coax, well, 50 ohm coax, just for the sake of 50 ohm radios. This is also 50 ohm coax, but this antenna might be some really wild impedance like 300 ohms or 200 ohms or even 1,000 ohms, resulting in a very high standing wave ratio on this part of the line. As you move this transmatch back and forth along the line and adjust it so that you always get a 1-to-1 standing wave ratio on the section of line between the radio and the transmatch, it never can do anything about the SWR between the antenna and the transmatch. The only place you can put a transmatch to ensure that your entire transmission line is perfectly matched is right at the antenna. And that is not a very convenient place for most people to put their transmatch, unless, of course, it's an automatic antenna tuner. And that is why you have seen such a rise in the popularity of automatic antenna tuners of late. You can put that tuner where it'll really do the most good, and that is right at the feed point of the antenna. If you put your transmatch in your station and it's an adjustable transmatch, it may be convenient, but it doesn't do a thing for the standing wave ratio on the transmission line, and that is where the standing wave ratio can really do some damage to the performance of your antenna. It can also, if you run high enough power, do physical damage to the transmission line as a result of voltage loops causing arcs through the dielectric and current loops heating up the wire until the dielectric melts. That's generally of concern only to maximum legal limit operators, and I am a QRP enthusiast. In part for that reason, I have a lot of worries away from me that other people may have because they run high power. I also have a lot of worries of my own, like what happens if there's an emergency and I need more power and can't get it? You're always thinking of this stuff, Stanley. Stop it. Enjoy your radio. And that's for all radio amateurs. Stan Gibilisco signing off. Saying 73, which means best regards, and so long, which means in my native fist, da-da-da-da-da-da.